My name is Jackson Remerschmidt. I'm 18 years old. My preferred gender pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm a 2016 graduate of New Rochelle High School. It was in Mr. Luciano's health class that I discovered I was transgender. The years before that, I dealt with anxiety, depression, and I nearly killed myself. Had it not been for Mr. Luciano's health class, I probably wouldn't be here today. This is why talking about gender is important. I remember always going through life feeling like something was off. I dressed more masculine, I cut my hair, I pretended to shave with my dad, and yet all I could ever be seen as was a tomboy. I settled with this title thinking that I could never be how I perceived myself to be. After starting middle school, I soon assimilated to more acceptable girls' clothing, after constantly being asked if I was a boy or a girl while people would tug at my clothing. It wasn't those kids' fault they were taught a binary world, not knowing that gender is a spectrum. This is why talking about gender is important. After coming out in the beginning of my senior year, I received so much support from my friends, family, community members, and teachers. My mental health was improving more than the last 4 years of therapy did combined. I went from merely surviving life to actually living it. Despite all the support that I got, there were still some that weren't all too accepting. As a result of being so open about my gender identity, someone vandalized my car. I'm not angry with this person, although I probably have the right to be. This person is no different than the kids that teased me in middle school in that they were shown a world where people like me don't exist. How is someone supposed to comprehend colors when they live in a black and white world? This is why talking about gender is important. What some fail to realize is being transgender isn't a choice. No one would choose a life where they're constantly afraid of being harassed. No one would choose a life where they could possibly be fired for just being themselves. No one would choose a life where they may lose everything that they have. This is why talking about gender is important, and this is why I support Unraveling Gender.